Next, uh, where do you get most of your knowledge from? Once again, I told you guys every fucking thing under the sun. If I'm studying muscle mass, I'm looking at every occurrence of muscle mass, whether it's animals, humans, birds, insects, which fit into the animal category, obviously, humans too, but um, every sport you could think about, everywhere I see hypertrophy, I will study it, right? Textbooks, journals, sometimes magazines every now and then. Because once again, like I say, people can't spit 100% bullshit, right? Anyone who tells you 100% lies is not gonna have a big following. So even if somebody wants to lie to you, they still have to tell you a little bit of the truth for them to gain your trust, and that's what I go for. And because of my extensive studies, I'm able to tell when they're lying or not. So yeah, so I study everything, right? You can't just limit your your learning to just one source. Because if that source is flawed, then you fuck. All right. Next, a full body workout at home can be. I already answered that. Uh, Carb-Backloading with no 10-day prep phase. Is it still effective without the 10-day prep phase? I would do the 10-day prep phase. I would do it. To be honest, I'm trying to tell people not to do it, but the difference is insane. You gotta do it. Especially if you have insulin resistance, you have a very high body fat percentage. Not saying the two are, um, the, the two always, correlation doesn't mean causation, but most of the time when your body fat percentage is too high, you have some kind of insulin problem going on, either leptin resistance or insulin resistance. But the 10-day prep phase helps eliminate all that shit, right? And it makes your body really, really fucking good at handling carbs. So I would do it. Uh, Definitely. Next. Video question: why do you need to back off from nucleus overload? Uh, After a week? Is it basically just for recovery purposes? I explained that. It's yeah, basically for recovery purposes, and it's also mTOR. You want to reset mTOR, mammalian target of rapamycin, right? The more you train, it's pretty much just the engine. I made a video about it. It's the engine that helps protein synthesis kick on, right? And the more you train, chronic training over and over and over again, the less responsive it becomes, the less effective it becomes. And when you take a detraining week or detraining, cycle, what happens is when you come back, it's not only reactivated at a better efficiency, but it's stronger than it was before. That's why a lot of people that get into accidents from sports, rugby, whatever, and take involuntary time off when they come back, not only they get their muscle back, muscle memory, but they get bigger and stronger than the rest of the players who never got injured, which is very interesting. If you don't believe me, look it up. A lot of people who got into accidents that couldn't work out for 2, 3 months come back. Not only they catch up to their previous size, but they get bigger and stronger. It's amazing, and the scientists find out once again, it's mTOR. mTOR is a lot of other things are involved, but mTOR is really mainly responsible for that. He needs time off. You can't keep mTOR. You can't keep your engine activated 24/7, guys. You need time off. It's very painful though. It's hard. Taking my 10 days off from the gym kills me. You're supposed to go for like 2 to 3 weeks. Let's see. Video question: Leucine by itself versus BCAAs. Once again, I'm not big on supplements anymore, but if you have to, I would say BCAAs. Because BCAAs have leucine. Um, and why would you choose? I mean, I know leucine is more important. It's the most powerful one. If you take leucine, you pretty much good to go as far as protein synthesis. But just take the BCAAs just for just for the fuck of it. If the price difference is not that much, then I take BCAAs because you get everything else. But if the price difference is significant and you got to pick one, and leucine uh is slightly cheaper, I go for leucine. Uh, Actually no, I'm fucking tripping balls. I go for BCAAs. I'm sorry, I go for BCAAs. Only take leucine by itself if it's really fucking cheap, and leucine is not. Next. And pretty much, I don't. Once again, I'm answering your question, but if your question was, do you need it? You really don't, right? You get a lot of that from your protein sources. Next. But it does help if you have the money for it. Video question: frequency or volume for hypertrophy? For instance, doing 3 sets 3 times a week for arms, or doing 6 to 7 sets twice a week. Good question. Damn, that's a really good question. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Frequency is very important for muscle mass, obviously. I mean, that's my whole nucleus overload thing is all around frequency. And volume is also very important. Damn, baby mama. What you doing? That's for sure. So frequency is very important. Volume is also very important. And so the best is to combine them, right? Uh, so 3 sets 3 times a week for arms. I don't think that's enough, bro. I mean, it depends on how intense you're training, what exercises you're doing. I would say 6 to 7 sets twice a week. That one looks fucking good. Mm, that one looks good. So go for the 6 to 7 sets twice a week. If I'm assuming you've been training for a while now, so your ability to recover is pretty good. But always go for more. Hmm. 3 times 3 is 9. 6 times 2, yeah. So yeah, you're getting more volume from that. Always go for where you can get the most volume, but at the same time, most volume, most frequency, but at the same time, good recovery.
You want to add something?
Hi.
Yo, come on, son. Anyway, so I was like, yo, Hanzo, let's make a video and show them how we came up with these insiders. And we spent like the last 10 minutes laughing. Like, the first one is you have to chill.